Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, here to the Gears of War Major League by ESL Australia. We saw first match already done and dusted, way ahead of schedule, and now we're into our second match of the night. It's going to be Boneyard Bandits and Citadel Gaming. Once again, the three teams that we have seen so far, well, that we're about to see, Citadel, GPP, and Boneyard Bandits, out of the 6 teams in our league, arguably the top 3 teams, and overall the top 3 teams, arguably, in our region. We'll see if this is going to continue to be the case for this next round. Of course, the Citadel squad, they're riding off the hype. They took out a 3-0 victory in the last round, in the last series, rather. And I mean, they took out that GPP squad. They took him out 4-3, 4-2, 4-1, keeping it nice and neat. And we'll see if that is going to be the case again here for this game, or if it will change, moving forward. I guess we'll just have to find out, I suppose. Remember to tweet at the stream. Remember to let me know who you think is going to take it out. It's at Mike's94. I am. That is my Twitter. At Mike's94, and of course at Gowishani at ESL Australia. Remember to give them all some love there as well. I'm on board with Primary Jim there. You may have known him as Shrekman there as well. Both snipers picked up there from both teams, as you are going to be seeing a fight there on the middle bridge with the players from the Locust team, the Citadel squad, having gotten that initial control, but Verix is just going to come on through the back to be able to pick off one, as Metapod goes for a huge double kill there on that bridge side. Of course, he's still going to have one more player there left to contest, but he's going to wait for his teammate to push back up before he goes for a little bit of a contest. Now, player's going to be coming through the flank. That's Mike Yippee. He's going to get down. Elite's actually going to get taken down there by Gazelle. Metapod's just going to go just full Rambo mode as he gets all 4 kills that round, and that is what you want. That is the Citadel hype, ladies and gentlemen, as you have these guys. They're ready, they're rocked, and they're good to go here in this game. But what is more important is the fact that currently we're 1-0 up here in this round, but it's still only the very, very beginning of what is to come here in this match. Of course, Citadel Gaming and Boneyard Bandits. I'm excited for this one here, folks, as I'm on board with Primary Jim once again. I want to see what he will be able to do on this opposing side. And he's going to be doing the exact same thing. He's going to push over to this high side middle, and he's going to be able to just pick off some pistol shots. This farm is not going to die so easily, though, and they're going to be able to pick off a couple of downs there on the opposing team. This time, knocking Citadel down a notch or two, making it into a 3v2 situation at the moment. Of course, it was Verix, the one who got taken down as well, who's the player that normally comes through the flank of the middle bridge. Gazelle's going to be there, though. And he's just going to be sitting on that block. Nade's going to be trying to flush out that Talkbow play. Now, good shot from Gazelle. Could see a very unfortunate instance for that Talkbow player. And that is going to be Mike Yippee with that Talkbow there as well. Of course, that angle could potentially make some big plays here if he can get the right shot off in the right angle. He's going to be charging that one up. He's going to miss the shot, though, and he's going to get charged there. Tries to jump over the cover. He's going to get down. That's Elite, who's going to pick off the kill there on Mike Yippee, as we have Gazelle and Elite to be taking on Simdims there as well. We also did have a wildcard player, then it's going to be Jim at the same time. He's going to get taken down. Not really too much to note there from that final play there. Simdims just really couldn't make anything happen. You look at the overall scoreboard. Metapod, the only one to get kills there for his team, 5-1 at the current score. And I mean, that's what they want, right? I mean, well, 5-1 for his score. That's what he wants, rather. He wants to be going in there, soaking in that glory for himself. I mean, definitely, but possibly going for a little bit of that move harder, maybe cheating a little bit and just making himself impervious to any shots. Who knows? But both snipers, what we do know is both snipers going to be picked up from both teams, potentially Talkbow as well, as Jim will be going for that weapon slide there on that Talkbow. Nearly got his head popped off, but he's not going to. He's just going to walk away, just see if he can live to fight another day. The way he's still a 4v4 situation. Plays over on the middle bridge. Ubi, he tries to get that shot off there. We saw it last series up against Lumberjack, and he was able to get that one successfully. Unfortunately, he hesitated a little bit. Players from the Citadel, from the Boneyard Bandits, were expecting it, and they were able to take him down quite easily there on that one. Talkbow still charging there from Jim, as he'll still be able to pick off the kill there on Metapod, leaving 2 players left alive from the Citadel squad. And those 2 players are going to be backing out of there quite quickly indeed, as they're trying to search for this last player. And let's see, Mike Yippee, he's going to get taken down. Not too much of note there for that one. But once again, what we do know is the score is going to be 2-1, and that is going to be the Boneyard Bandits taking out 2 consecutive rounds for themselves, and of course with that being able to just keep that momentum flowing for themselves. And even though we did have that first round there to Citadel, Boneyard Bandits have just really shrugged it off and been able to really do what they do best and get the round wins for themselves. Of course, for those who are unfamiliar with the team, Boneyard, Bandits, Gazelle, Virix, Primary Gym, and Elite taking on Citadel Gaming's Metapod, Ubi, Mikey B, and Simdims. Of course, both players not particularly using their complete core lineups, but it's, that's not the important part here. As we finally find a play in the action, as I may have accidentally gone to a stationary camera. That's okay, but we have Jim getting these shots off. Ooh, we spectated him at the perfect time because there would be a huge double kill there, leaving Simdims the last one alive. Now, Simdims is going to be over on that high side middle cover there, and Nade's actually going to be there to flush him out as he'll try to just get back over into the archway. He's going to get the first kill there on one. Player has a sniper right next to it. He goes to contest the lead, though pulls out the dasher. Didn't want to get too cocky. Didn't want to bounce too far out past his comfort zone. He was able to actually pick off a great kill there to be able to secure that one. 3-1 is the overall score count at the moment in this map. This map number 1 in the series there as well, and we'll see how this can potentially add up in next round, next play. Will it be a 4-1? And will the momentum of Citadel just be completely stopped in its tracks? We just have to find out. Sniper picked up there, of course, from the other COG team with Elite putting it to work, taking the kill there on Metapod. Mikey getting Virix and Ubi. You see, just trying to get that contest there, and Gazelle doing so perfectly, being able to pick off that kill. Now you have him and one of his Locust teammates chasing down Elite there, who was over on the river. Does have that sniper as well. Both players over onto the sniper bridge for themselves, with Elite getting taken to full red at the same time. He's going to be looking over in the middle bridge. He's going to have players over on the low side there as well. He's going to need to keep an eye on, and he's actually able to get a good shoulder shot there on that play. Now he just needs to line up these shots here. He doesn't need to panic too much. He won't be. He really doesn't. Of course, he's just trying to now avoid some grenades. Now with that, he's got that sniper rifle out. Unfortunately, that nade was going to stun him. That unfortunate frag grenade there from the players, of the COG, rather of the Locust team, and they're going to be able to put one more round on the board for themselves. That was actually Citadel, of course, getting 2 rounds themselves. So it took them the first round where they got a nice and clean round for themselves. Metapod, you saw, got that 4 down, and then from there, we saw the next round. It took a couple more rounds. It was round 5 for them to get their second. So it was a little bit back and forth. But remember, it is the Boneyard Bandits who are leading 3-2, and they only need one more round to be able to secure themselves this one. Now, 2 players there is gonna really leave Ubi to meet his match right now, and that unfortunate roll is not going to be ideal there as they face Gazelle. Gazelle's going to take down Metapod. Mikey also gets dropped. Simdim's going to get down there as well, and that's going to be all she wrote. That is going to be a 4-2 score count there, as the guys from Boneyard Bandits going to be able to take the lead there, 1-0 here in the series. 4-2 was the overall score. And next map coming up next will be a fuel depot, followed by a gridlock. Now, in the last series you saw on stream, we saw an interesting variety of maps, right? We saw the guys play different maps than what I actually have right here, but that is okay. What we did see is actually bring it up right again. We saw a fuel depot, we saw canals, and then we saw a war machine. What I have recorded in another document does not say that, so that will need to get fixed. But what it does show is that we have a little bit more of a similar trait of maps where we already saw how the Citadel Gaming Squad really got to play out. So we get to see the similar play there for them. What really is it seems to be more common for them. We saw them win some rounds, we saw them lose some rounds. We really see if they'll be able to really focus on their mistakes and go from there. With Fuel Depot now up, where and the side's going to be swapping, COG side for the Boneyard Bandits, Locust side for the Citadel squad. We'll see if it really is going to affect them here in this map coming up, because they took out a 4-3 victory there on GPP. But I mean, they took out a victory, sure, but they were actually up 3-0 before GPP actually got 3 rounds straight to force a round 7. So, they made a couple of mistakes on both sides. They obviously made some great positives on some sides also, but it's all about if they can capitalize on what they were doing right to be able to bring it to the Boneyard Bandits, because it really seems like it's in another higher level that they're going to need to be forced to capitalize on to be able to move forward past this, past these next players, past these next metas, to be able to really get these round wins. So let me know who you guys think will be potentially taking this one out. Will it be Citadel? Will it be Boneyard Bandits? What's going to be the score? And who do you think is going to drop first? It's going to be a wildcard one. Who do you think is going to die first for either of these two teams? Or if you even want to be a bit ambitious, leave vicariously on the edge. Tell me who's going to die first from either team. Or if, the team might not even die at all. Who knows? We'll just have to see how things will play out as we enter into Fuel Depot right now. as we'll see what these guys can potentially do. I need to update the scoreboard. That's one thing I need to do. That's probably an important part. It is 1-0 there in the overall scoreline. There we go. 1-0 to Boneyard Bandits. The COG team here for this one. It's Elite, Jim, Gazelle, and Virik. Shots out over onto the middle bridge there as well, as we will see potentially some more shots come out into play. Potentially not. We just have to find out. Gazelle was doing a little bit of a weird movement there. It seemed like he lagged quite heavily there, which was quite unfortunate there for him. But we still have the shots coming out. To be able to support his teammate, he's going to be able to actually get back up. I think I want to jump on board with him to see if he's going to be doing that one again. It did seem like he was trying to fire some shots, and it's really not connecting at the moment. Either way, Elite's going to be able to get some great shots off there. Mikey's going to get dropped. Simdim is going to get taken down. As well as actually going to get chainsawed for a little bit of added insult to injury. The last player alive is going to be Metapod. Now, shots over onto the boom shot side is going to leave him trapped. He knows he needs to push for it. He knows he needs to go for this play. It wasn't going to work, and that is going to be Virix, the one to take that one down. And that was actually going to be the first round to the Boneyard Bandits. So it seemed like it was a little bit questionable there in the overall round itself. It didn't seem like it was the most ideal. For some players, it just seemed like their shots weren't connecting even though they were shooting right in the front. So, we'll see if that's going to happen again for them. I mean, maybe it's just their own road. They're just not really having the most fun of times. Either way, it's going to be 1-0 to the Boneyard Bandits. And, I mean, it was the players, the ones I was noticing with the most. Enough of that. Boom shot picked up there from Gazelle. Considering his Lancer shots weren't really connecting, might not have been a great idea for him to fire some explosive weapons. Either way, some grenades are going to blow him to bits, and Kingdom Kong, as Mikey's also going to get taken down. Boom shot will come out and get a double kill. Metapod and Mikey were holding hands as the other two players, Simdims and Ubi, are also doing, which is not ideal. Lancer and pistol shots coming out. Boom shot just jumping over the head there of Ubi as he takes down Simdims. Rick's going to get dropped as well. Second shot needing to happen. He's going to train wreck the player. He's going to try and connect with it. 2 shots down, needed 1 to go to get the 1v3, but it just wasn't able to happen. And that is going to be a 2-0 lead to the guys from Boneyard Bandits. It's getting the feels out for Ubi right there. He got the shot. He got the first shot connected well. Needed 1 more shot. Did a little bit of a wiggle. Went for the train wreck. Just couldn't make it happen. And that was just quite unfortunate there for them. And we'll just have to see how this can potentially equal up next right here. And Ubi, with this play over the middle, over on the middle of the map, I'm really looking for him to really get that crossover, but it does seem like he's not going to be doing too much, swapping over players there as well. I am looking at the guys from the COG team now. Boomshot's going to be picked up from the Locust team, I might add there as well. He's actually going to be able to pick off that kill there on Virix. Down is going to happen from Simdims as he takes down Gazelle, but he's going to be pushing forward into another COG player, and he's going to be able to pick him up there with relative ease, being able to take down 3 players now. There's only 1 player going to be left alive, and Ubi's actually down the process as Jim tries to recuperate there on that one. Boomshot player is also going to be dropped. Shotgun out there for Jim as he's going to take one, he's going to get shot in the back, unfortunately for him, and he's actually going to get taken down. So that's going to be a round for the Citadel squad. They're going to put their first round on the board. As we saw sort of in the last sort of map, even though the order of them getting rounds is a little bit different, we see them, getting only a couple rounds here, a couple trickles here and there. But this time what we aren't seeing is Metapod going 5-0 at the very beginning. He's actually going 0-3 at the moment. So a little bit of a sore point there for him. But what we are, potentially going to be seeing in this next round moving forward is going to be the guys from Citadel potentially evening up the overall score here. We have Simdims watching over through to the windows there as Boomshot is picked up there from the team of Boneyard Bandits. Sniper looking to be picked up there as well. Jim's going to try and get the shots over through the bottom of the window. He's going to get some nice shots, but he's not going to be able to actually clean up with an overall kill. Now you notice, of course, the Boomshot player Gazelle. He's got that explosive element to himself. And he's going to really be hoping he shoots the opposing player and not himself or his own team. That's never going to be ideal. Smokes, of course, going to be coming out to play right in front of him to see if, which player is going to be moving on forward. His teammate's going to be scouting out any potential locations, pushing up through the middle, now over to the helipad. Nearly took down his teammate. His teammate was just bouncing through the way, and there's the headshot. As we're going to be seeing players just dropping headshots in both left and right as we have that boom shot down that was in the center as we have another player potentially going to be going down here. Plays around the corner. Both players going to be pushing on up. Make that all three players from the COG team pushing on up. Jim's going to get taken down though. Simdim's with that sniper. Watching over through the back. Swapping to a Nash, and now we'll be contesting. Rolls over into the wall. Not too ideal. Ruled down Gazelle either way, but it doesn't matter because he's going to get dropped. Gazelle's going to get picked up. They're going to pick up the kills. Elite's the one to put the final bullet into the head, and that is 3-1 to the team of Boneyard Bandits. They're 1 round away from being able to lead 2 maps to 0. Of course, the 0 best of 5 series here in the Gears of War Major League. We'll just have to see if that can potentially continue. If not, really, we'll just have to find out. And find out we shall. We'll jump on board with the Citadel squad once again. There's going to be Mikey, who's going to be running forward over into the middle side of the map. And he's going to be going, of course, over to that boom shot, as we normally do see happen. He's going to weapon slide that one in quick fashion. Bailing back out of there as well. He's going to run straight back on in. Not going to even worry about getting the cover. Not even going to worry about wall bouncing. Just going to roll straight through, and he's going to get headshot, actually, as we have that boom shot. Not going to be able to do too much damage at all. 2 players from the Locust team also dropped, though. Ubi's taking a full red there as well. And Metapods, he might have been able to get the down on Jim, but he needs to do a lot more than that as he gets contested right here on this middle side. Tries to bail out. Jim's going to take out Gazelle there as well, as we have Ubi, the one to clean him up. 2v2 right here, as we have the shots on the side. Virx trying to watch one angle, as he was able to down Ubi's back up now straight away. Still this 2v2 fight. Ubi and Metapod go down, and that's going to be the map as Virx cleans things up. I mean, I wouldn't have even noticed that Jim was there, even though he got the most points in the game. Virx, that last round was all him, as he was able to get those kills on the board, holding that 1v2. They were going down. They focused on the revives, and I'm sorry, but that was not the way you wanted to go with those with that revive trade. 4-1 becomes the overall count here again. Of course, the Boneyard Bandits. I mean, it could be the COG curse, or the COG blessing, rather, for them. And you know, we do see overall. You know, we see 4-2, we see 4-1. Will we see a 4-0? So far, we have seen, you know, an ordered trend. 4-3, 4-2, 4-1 was what we saw last series. Will we see a 4-2, 4-1, 4-0? I just don't know. It is currently 2 maps to 0 for those who may be tuning in. It is Boneyard Bandits leading. Boneyard Bandits, rather, if I learn to speak the English language, is leading in the overall standings as well. They are yet to drop a series, and don't like dropping very many maps at all overall, I might add. You know, as well, it does seem like we're going to be good to start things up either way, and we can get that going. But bring up the overall standings to my own screen for week 2. I'm looking at the matches and I'm like, okay, Boneyard Bandits 4 series won, 4 series lost. They've won 12 maps. Of course, it's not including any matches they potentially may have tonight, and they've lost 3 maps there as well, for a total 15 maps, 80%. You know, map win percentage, and of course they're on a 4 streak. They haven't lost yet, and they're looking to keep that trend alive. Of course, this is only their first match of the night. They take on Uproar for the 9 p.m. slot. Of course, for our 9 p.m. slot, we'll be actually spectating and broadcasting the Incept and Unknown match. So we'll see how that will pan out. But we're on Gridlock for map number 3. Now, this is something we haven't seen yet in the broadcaster matches. We saw Canals, we saw Fuel Depot, but we haven't seen a Gridlock just yet. And looking through the maps played, it was played in the other series in round 1, Unknown and Uproar, where Unknown were actually able to take that one out 4-1. A little bit of an update for those who may not know on that one. It was 4-1, 4-1, and 4-3 for Unknown, who took that series out 3-0. That was on Gridlock, War Machine, and Clock Tower, respectively, I do believe. Right here on this Gridlock, though, focusing back into these 2 teams, Boneyard Bandits and Citadel Gaming, we have them pushing over the Locust team. You know, Citadel over onto this boom side off early. Now, they've got that boom control. They only had 1 player there from that boom shot. The Gazelle, the one to be there. I apologize for a second. Something caught in my throat.
Oh yeah!
As that gets cleared up, that was quite awkward. We're able to see that boom shot player from Gazelle's perspective just down at Jim. That was just quite unfortunate. And we are also going to see, of course, pistol shots from Gazelle to try and just maybe make something happen. One boom shot still left in the canister. Nades coming out there as well. Virg's going to take down Ubi. Boom shot player's going to be moving around the cars, though, as the Lancer, the heavy artillery, going to be coming out. Elites, though, going to be taken down. We're going to have players from the COG team going to contest. Metapod, though, from the Locust team, of course, just holding that upper ground, will be just trying to get these shots off. It is a 2v2 situation at the moment, though, and this could play a big impact later on. It is Gazelle, Metapod, Virix, and Simdim. So Simdim and Metapod taking on Virix and Gazelle, of course. All players have been playing this game for quite a long time indeed. Of course, most of them, if not all of them, from the Gears of War 1 days back in 2006. I mean, very, very long time ago. 10 years ago. It's definitely a long time ago. But, you see this 2v2, you see it getting a little bit slower right now. Gazelle over in the boom shot. Boltok Tower or Hammerburst Tower, whichever way you want to look at it. Simdium's, of course, over in the front cars there. Virix with some grenades in hand. We'll be looking to flush him out there. Of course, great nade there by him. Pistol shotgun coming out. There you go. Virix going to be able to clean him up. There was a good assist there from Gazelle, who put a lot of damage on, allowing that headshot to happen. That stuff is now going to be picked up there by Metapod, of course. Last result, 1v2. Maybe wants to go for some headshots or for some active downs. Either way, Virix is going to be the one over on those cars. Gazelle's going to be up over onto the long shot tower. Now, we're going to be having him getting some good shots off. Metapod got a great shot on Gazelle first, though, I might add. But it was actually a better shots from Gazelle to be able to put himself with his first kill on the board. But look at that damage. 1 kill, 2 downs, 322 points in comparison to Virix. 3 kills there for himself as well. That was only the first round there of Gridlock. Were you not entertained as we move into the second round? We had a little bit of fast action, we had a little bit of slow action, and we had to play to a maneuver from that point, not having to wait for that power weapons to pop back up again. But we are going to be seeing this boom shot side, of course, once again. Teams look like they're going to be sitting one player each, as Gazelle is just going to really play that right hand to be able to pick off that boom shot, as well as that boom shot player is going to be aiming up that boom, taking down Simdims as well. I'm not sure if Simdims didn't realize there was a boom shot there, or he just thought the smoke would be a bit more of a cover for him, but it didn't seem to be the case. Elite's going to get taken down there, but he's going to be straight picked back up as a Metapod gets down there by Virix. Metapod will also get picked up. Ubi's going to get dropped. Metapod's going to get dropped, and that's going to be another round to the Boneyard Bandits. And that is going to be 2-0 for them as they lead both in the series and in this map. Now, what is going to happen here is Citadel potentially can continue forward with the hype. They may be able to go, you know what, we're doing some things wrong. Let's focus up and let's see what we can do. And of course, the Gridlock map selection for map number 3 was actually to the Boneyard's Bandits. And we have seen the Boneyard Bandits play extremely well on Gridlock as well. So, we potentially might see some interesting plays here from Citadel to mix things up, though, in this next round. Ubi, of course, going to be on the middle cars there on those grenades. Jim's actually going to down Virix. Never a great start, as Gazelle downs Simdibs. Boomshot going to be picked up here from the Citadel squad, and we are going to be seeing Mikey down Gazelle. Now, Ubi's trying to get some crossfire over the middle. Metapod over from the long shot tower there as well. He's going to be contested up top, though, and it's actually a 4v2 situation. They know, the COG team knows they need to make an advance forward here, and Virix might be boxed out in a moment. Of course, he's got his teammate not really watching him at the moment, so it's really all about Metapod if he wants to make this play moving forward. He's just trying to really distract Virix from making any sort of plays, and Virix is just going to go, you know what, let's go forward. We can get this 1v1. If he tries, Metapod tries to go for the 2-piece. Virix misses the shot, and they're still contesting over here on the pop lands, rolling into each other. Virix is going to be able to take down Metapod, but it is going to be Jim who's going to get isolated there by 3 players and singled out and taken down. Ubi, he takes down Jim, but he's going to be hunting for some more players there as well. Nade's going to be picked up there by Virix. Last remaining player for the Boneyard Bandits. He's going to be throwing nades one way, he's going to be throwing nades the next, but he's going to get taken down. Would have been extremely funny if all players dropped there from the grenades, but it was not going to be the case. That is a round for the Citadel squad. This is what I really meant, right? By mixing things up and trading things, doing what they can with things. It really added a little bit of an extra variety to it. What didn't happen though is the Citadel squad will really take you out clean sweepingly. They struggled a little bit at some points. They focused on their team play. They had some plays that were a little bit questionable as well. Even though they got the round, they couldn't focus on making those clean initial breakouts from the very start of the map. And this is what I'm talking about with Ubi though. He's pushing on forward in the middle. He's instantly getting crossed there from the opposing team. And even though he's going to get the first initial kill there on Jim, he needs to be able to just keep alive. Now this is with his teammate assisting him there. Metapod's going to be getting the kill there on Elite. Ubi's going to get dropped though, as the players will look to push over through this long shot tower. So great execution there from the Citadel squad. A little bit questionable at the beginning with the assist and the cover that they were showing, but it was definitely worthwhile in the end as they picked off those players, got those individual fights. You saw that first play though with Jim getting taken down. That with that initial play, Jim, he got taken out early. They missed the initial shots. They picked off the kill, and then Umi was in a very bad spot with the player from the COG team actually approaching from the flank, taking him down also. On the other end of things, though, you had the support of two players from that long shot tower, over that mid side as well. They were supporting, they were crossing, they were getting that assist that they needed to be able to get those kills. And when those contests happened, they were able to just walk away with those plays anyway. So I guess you get the win, you get the win. Can't really complain about that. Win's a win, loss is a loss, regardless of how close it was in the end anyway. Metapod's going to get the kill there on Jim as Verix down Simdims, but the boom shot was picked up by Mikey. Now, he's wasted one boom shot already, and this could be a double kill in the making. I mean, he's going to definitely get some damage there on that one as they push forward with this. Going to be able to get double kill is going to be Mike Yippee. Verix is also going to get down. He's going to go for that curb stomp. I do believe he was trying to go for that revive anyway, but it doesn't matter. He's going to be able to walk away with 3 kills that round. Of course, Mikey, you see him getting those shots on the board, and yeah, I mean, he was able to walk away with that round. Now Citadel take the lead 3-2. Can we potentially see our first game 4 here in tonight's matches? So far, all matches so far have been a 3-0. The unknown game, they took out Uproar 3-0. Citadel took out GPP 3-0. This game so far 2-0, and just did Incept 3-0 as well. So that's an interesting one indeed. That was against the GPP squad as well. So GPP not having a great night of matches this week, it seems, as back into this game. Boom shot in the hands of Mike Yippee. He's aiming up his prey here, but it's still a four men alive from the COG team. Boneyard Bandits had 2 players over into that corner, and boom shot just went straight above their heads, Matrix style. They've been able to dodge that one. And, we still see a little bit of a slower round here for these guys, right? We see them slow it down a little bit. We see them, try to potentially, mix things up in their, in their play with that boom. But unfortunately, not able to connect. I mean, I'm just hoping everyone play that might have been, but just wasn't able to connect to the full capability that it might have been. And Mikey is actually going to take it down up the top there. Ubi over on that boom shot side, going to be crossed from the side. 2 players from the boom shot are there. Last 2 players alive for them. As the last player alive contesting over onto this boom side. But Gazelle was just there waiting with that Nasher. I mean, what can you do when the man's going 7-3? He's just going to be racking up these kills. And this is a 3-3 tied game. It is round 7. Going to be coming on up right here. In this next play moving forward. We'll see what can potentially happen in this final deciding round for the squad, or for either squad. Boneyard Bandits, Citadel. Who's going to walk it away? Boneyard Bandits take 1 more round. They secure themselves the overall series. Citadel take 1 round. They try to keep themselves alive here in the series. Jim's going to get taken down initially here in this one. Is very going to get the double down there on both Simdims and Metapod. This could be a turning point here in this map. Nade's going to be picked up and thrown over onto the other long shot side. As we also have another down there on Mike Yippee and Umi, I think. So that's going to be all she wrote. It seems Mikey's not going to have enough time to get back up. They're trying to be a chainsaw there, but that's going to be all she wrote. That's going to be 3-0, and that is definitely all she wrote there for that one. That was quite unfortunate indeed. That is going to be a 4-3 round count, though. We definitely saw a 4-3 happen that time as well, but unfortunately, not in the right order to keep it linear right there in that match. And that's unfortunate for the Citadel squad. They played amazingly in Series 1. They played pretty well there in that map as well, but the first 2, Canals and Fuel Depot, were just not their style. They lost 4-2 and 4-1 respectively. Boneyard Bandits continue their spree on here for that one, and I mean, you are going to be seeing Uproar Boneyard Bandits coming up next off stream, unfortunately, and Incept and Unknown on stream going to be coming up next. Of course, 2 teams we haven't seen tonight just yet. Both teams having a 3-0 result in their back pocket